illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
The type of jealousy which is allowed is that type of jealousy which the individual doesn't wish any harm upon that person. And it's the type of jealousy which is not over wealth, it's not over treasures, it's not over this dunya, but rather it is over matters of the deen. And this is not known as hasad, this is known as ghibta. And it is the type of jealousy which the Prophet ﷺ allowed when he said, envy is allowed in two cases. In a case of a man whom Allah has given the Quran and who recites it throughout the night and day, and a man on whom Allah has bestowed wealth and who gives it away throughout the night and day. And he ﷺ explained what he said when he said, if I were given such and such, I would do with it as he has done. Meaning that we see individuals who have been given knowledge and they spend their time in spreading that knowledge and reciting the book of Allah, and there's other individuals who have been given wealth and they spend their nights and days in giving charity and giving their wealth away. And the ones who don't have it, they say that if we had been given knowledge like this, if we had been given a wealth like this, we would spend it in the same way. This type of jealousy is not truly jealousy if we look at it, but rather it's an envy which is permissible and something which is recommended. Because as we'll see in the next hadith, there are 4 types of people, and 2 of them share the same reward and the 2 of them share the same punishment. When the Prophet ﷺ said, the similitude of people of this ummah is like 4 individuals. One whom Allah has given wealth and knowledge, so he handles his wealth with the knowledge. One whom Allah has given knowledge, but he has not given him wealth. So he says, oh my Lord, should I have wealth like so and so, I would have handled it like him. So they both have the same reward. Such a person loves to have wealth like others, so he can do good like others without wishing that the others lose their wealth. This is ghibta, this is not hasad. Do you understand? So he wishes to have wealth, so he can also give it in charity, but he doesn't want the others to lose their wealth. Another man, Allah has given him wealth, but he has given no knowledge, and he spends his wealth in disobedience to Allah. And the last man, whom Allah has not given neither knowledge nor wealth, but he says, should I have wealth like so and so, I would spend it in the way that he does, meaning in the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So both will have the same sin against them. So we need to ask ourselves, when we wish for wealth, when we desire wealth, what is it that we wish to do with this wealth? In which order, if we were to write the top 10 things that I would do if I had £1 million, what order would our charity come in? Is it an afterthought? Oh yeah, and I would give some money to charity. Is it, oh, I'd buy myself a nice house, and I'd buy myself a Ferrari, and I'd get this for my wife, and I'd get that for my children, and I'd do this and do this and do this, and then after an afterthought we say, oh yeah, and by the way, I'll give a little bit of charity as well. Or is it that I will give charity, and I will give more charity, and I will give more charity? Because the reality is, in the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ, he amassed a huge amount of wealth. But every penny that he amassed, he gave it away. Every penny, he gave it away. After his death, his wives did the same. There is an incident in which Aisha radiallahu anha received £4,000 pension when the Muslim Empire, 4,000 gold dinars as pension. When the Muslim Empire expanded and the wealth started to come in, the Amir al-Mu'mineen sent her 4,000 dinars. And she said to her servant that this is, horrendous. This is some sort of punishment which has entered into our house. And she did not rest until she spent every single penny of it on that day. On who? Not on herself. She didn't go buy some nice dresses and buy herself a nice house and get herself a good camel. She spent every single penny in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The narration says, and she was fasting on that day. She was fasting on that day. And the narration says that when it came to breaking her fast, and she asked her servant, what is there to break fast with? Her servant said, we have nothing. You spent everything. You spent every last penny in the path of Allah, and you have left yourself with nothing.
يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله شكرا يا ربي شكرا هديت قلبي شكرا نورت دربي شكرا شكرا يا رب
شكرا يا ربي شكرا هديت قلبي